Welcome to Bill Sawyer's Virginia Motor Speedway. Massive action from the half-mile dirt. Late model, modified, sportsman, and limited stock. Every division is awesome racing action. And now, here is your host, Sean Cook.
All right, folks, it's the last night of racing down here at Virginia Motor Speedway. And last week was rained out, and we did some great interviews. We got through all the qualifying, didn't rain out till about 9:30. So I just want to show you a little of this. Stay tuned. Anyway, folks, we got two modified races coming up. One is the Modified Tour, and we're standing here with the champion from last year. Now, I heard there was a little bit of a mishap with your racing season this season. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, so last November I was diagnosed with testicular cancer. Had to go through a couple surgeries, some chemo, and haven't been in the race car since October of last year at Charlotte. So it's been 10 months, and through the 10 months we beat cancer. I'm cancer-free.
Hallelujah!
Yep, my wife's pregnant, having my first baby, and started my new race car company, Tilted Race Cars.
Well, congratulations. We are so glad to see you here, my friend. Now, you won this. I remember last year at Virginia Motor Speedway, you won this race. What are your odds of not racing for a whole year? Is it going to come back to you, bro?
I hope so. Everybody says it's like riding a bike, but I'm just glad to get a second chance at life. So regardless of how tonight goes, just being able to get in a race car again is a blessing from God above. And, hopefully we got a shot to win and put a good show on for the fans, but mainly I'm just blessed.
Well, God, this guy's here. Unfortunately, we lost a great racer, Scott Bloomquist. Now, you raced him in some of the races in the Modified Tour, right?
I have raced against Scott at the Gateway Dirt Nationals, and I think one other big race that we raced in the country, and, he's just the GOAT. It sucks that he's gone. I swear the aliens picked him up before that plane went down, but I guess we'll really never know how that went down.
Well, prayers that go out to his family, and, we just lost probably one of the top four late model dirt track riders in the country. Maybe the number one, I would say at least in the top four. Booper Bear, Barefoot, what's his name? Barefoot? McCready, is it? Anyway, very sad news. But we've got another modified driver right here whose name is Chase Butler, and he is in the points lead in the divisional modified racing. What are your odds tonight, do you think, my friend, to pull down the championship?
We're definitely excited to be back with the unfortunate weather, throughout the year. It's been 2 months since we've been in the seat of a race car as well, so really just looking to get out there, shake it down, and hope for good results tonight.
Well, my friend, good luck. You got a lot of motor and not a lot of tire, which make for some good racing, so stay tuned at Virginia Motor Speedway. Yoa! Michael Pappas here, driver of the number 2 modified car, second in points. Exciting night for you, man. I know how much you work to get to where you've gotten. Do you think you've got a chance?
Oh, for sure. It's been a close race all year long. I actually started my career here out at this track.
Yeah.
So it's...
What were you driving back then?
I was driving the same car.
A modified car?
Yeah. I probably got 30 races here.
Wow, 30 races and number 2 in points, people, so it shows it can be done. Now tell me a little bit about how much money it costs and how much time it costs to do this.
It's a lot of time. If everything goes right throughout the week, you're looking at 20 to 40 hours just getting ready for the next week.
Wow. Folks, 20 to 40 hours. So these are committed drivers. Short track racing is alive and well in America, people. And do you want to give a quick shout out to any of your sponsors? I know you don't do this all on your own.
No, there's no way I could. Brett Hamilton, he's a chassis builder. He gives us a lot of support. A&C Racing Engines, they're the powerhouse behind this car.
Yeah.
Derek Lamphere, he does all the chassis tuning and gets the car dialed in so we can put the powerhouse down into the tires and move forward with the car.
Uh-huh.
And of course, I gotta give a shout out to my dad. He's the one that puts this whole team together, and without him, I wouldn't be here driving.
Awesome. Pops, I hope you're watching. Good luck, my friend. Stay tuned for the upcoming last modified race of the season at Bill Sawyer's Virginia Motor Speedway.
Tonight we crowned a champion in all 4 of our divisions, but we started off tonight with the Budweiser Modifieds. Chase Butler, the man, starting in 4th. Your points leader has a 5-point cushion over Michael Pappas to his inside, and the orange number 2 and Brett Hamilton, and the white and yellow 1ST, the row behind them. Those 2 are tied. Pappas and Hamilton are tied for 2nd right now in points. Both of them are 5 points behind Chase Butler. Drivers who have found their way to the Virginias for Racing Lovers Victory Lane this year are Scott Heath, Joey Polvoy, and Austin Self have been the 3 drivers to find their way to the Virginia for Racing Lovers Victory Lane that you see there on the front stretch. Race fans, who's ready to see some great dirt track racing action as we crown a champion in the Budweiser Modifieds? Green flag in the air, it's time to light them up in the Budweiser Modifieds at Virginia Motor Speedway. Scott Heath with the big run out of turn number 2, showing the way here. 3 wide behind him for 2nd. Michael Pappas and the orange number 2 on the bottom. Chase Butler behind him in the 4th spot as they are battling out for 2nd. Now Michael Pappas challenging Scott Heath for the lead down the front stretch as they work their way off into turn 1. Michael Pappas on the inside. Scott Heath working the top cushion up against the guardrail. The 35 of Heath. They're side by side down the back straightaway into turn 3. Into turn 3 they go. Caution flag waves on the speedway. As it seems we have one around at the top of turn number 2. Scott Heath out front in the number 35 with Chris Arnold in 2nd. Michael Pappas is 3rd. Chase Butler is 4th. Joey Polboy, your top 5 as we get ready to come back to the green. Back underway. They're side by side in the back. Chase Butler on the inside of the 51 of Polboy. They might have made a slight little bit of contact on the front straightaway, but that is their side by side for the 4th spot. Chris Arnold right there knocking on the door of Scott Heath as they work their way through turn 3 and 4. So Chris Arnold on the bottom with a big slider across the front nose of Arnold. Arnold from the bottom to the top with a big slider on the front nose of Scott Heath. And we have a new leader in the Budweiser Modifieds, Chris Arnold, out front with the beautiful slide job on Scott Heath that he made there coming out of 4. Showing the way. Chase Butler working to get around the 51 of Polvoy. Those 2 are side by side for the 4th spot. Polvoy on the outside. Butler slams the door on Polvoy. Polvoy trying the top cushion again as they go off the 2 down the backstretch into 3. Chase Butler is trying to keep Polvoy at bay for the 4th spot. A battle is heating up now for 2nd. Scott Heath, Michael Pappas. Pappas right to the inside. Scott Heath on the outside with the momentum. That'll give Scott Heath about a 3-car length cushion over Pappas down the backstretch into 3. Michael Pappas is going to drive it into 3 and 4 to try to make up some ground on the 35 of Heath as they come across the start-finish line. There's a battle for the 2nd spot as Scott Heath working the outside. Pappas continuing to try to get the bottom working. But it seems that Scott Heath has the momentum, had a little bit of a bobble there for Heath off of 2. That opened the door for Michael Pappas. And Michael Pappas is going to complete the pass on the 35 of Heath for 2nd, and that's going to allow Chase Butler to close even closer on these 2. Meanwhile, while these 3 are battling, Chris Arnold has pulled away by about a half a turn over Michael Pappas, who is sitting in second, getting very loose off of 4. That's going to open it up now for Chase Butler to get to the inside of Pappas as they work their way off into 1. Michael Pappas on the outside, Chase Butler on the bottom. Butler slides up the racetrack. That's going to allow Michael Pappas to go on by down the back straightaway as they work their way to 3 with Michael Pappas in second. Michael Pappas coming into this race tonight was just 9 points clear of the points leader, Chase Butler, who's right behind him. 9 points separate, but those two end the championship standings. Scott Heath having to deal with Joey Pullboy down the back straightaway into turn 3. Pullboy on the inside, Scott Heath on the outside. Pullboy will work his way to the bottom and will complete the pass as they come across the start-finish line. Oh, he got one around in the bottom of turn number 4. As we wave the green flag and we're back to racing in the modifieds. Chris Arnold off to a great restart. Butler goes from the top down to the bottom of 1 and 2. Off of 2 now with about a 2-car length separation over Joey Pullboy. Johnny Brooks in the 7 is under fire from Scott Heath. That is a battle for the 5th spot as they work their way out of turn 4 and across our start-finish line. Everybody smoothly through 1 and 2. The top 3 have now spaced out by at least 5 to 6 car lengths now. The top 3 have spaced out. Chris Arnold pulling away from the field. But Michael Pappas trying to chase him down as they work their way through turn 1 and 2. Jeff Solinger in the 7 and 7 trying to work to the bottom of Scott Heath as they work their way through turn 4. Solinger on the inside, Heath on the outside. They're side by side across the stripe. Some separation now starting to grow between Michael Pappas and Chase Butler. 2nd and 3rd, while Chase Butler has to deal with Joey Pullboy. That is allowing Michael Pappas to pull away as there's Solinger working back to the bottom of Scott Heath down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Solinger working the bottom, Scott Heath with the big run on the outside. Scott Heath will get the job done that time as they get down the back straightaway into 3. Chase Butler in the 11 just came across your screen across his front stretch into 1. He's got Joey Pullboy right there in his tire tracks. That is a battle for the 3rd spot. Chris Arnold, meanwhile, your leader in the 99W, coming across that start-finish line as he works his way in turn 1. Robert Kramer in the 11K working to the inside of Brett Hamilton in the 1ST. That is a battle for the 7th, I believe maybe the 8th spot there with Brett Hamilton and Robert Kramer. That is a battle for the 8th spot as they work their way off of turn 4. It's going to be Robert Kramer will make the pass on Hamilton as they work their way into 1. Brett Hamilton working his way back to the outside of Kramer. Kramer's going to shut the door on Hamilton as they come down the back straightaway into 3. Again, the fight is on your screen for 8th. Hamilton on the outside, Kramer on the bottom. This is for the 8th spot. But Chris Arnold is showing the way on a beautiful evening here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Michael Pappas is 2nd. Chase Butler 3rd. Pullboy is 4th. And Johnny Brooks, your top 5. 21 of 25 complete. As Arnold comes across the start-finish line, the clock is continuing to wind down on the 99W of Arnold as he works his way out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Coming in on lap traffic, but has a wide enough gap where he doesn't have to worry about the lap traffic getting in his way of his run, as right now Michael Pappas sitting back there in second, keeping Chase Butler at bay as they go off into turn number 1. Here comes Chase Butler with a run down the back straightaway. Chase Butler to the bottom. Butler throws it to the inside of Pappas. Butler up the track as they come out of turn number 4. Chase Butler is going to have the position. White flag one more time around at Virginia Motor Speedway. Michael Pappas slides back to the bottom. Chase Butler goes right back to the bottom as well. He gets it back done. Here comes your leader, Chris Arnold, coming out of turn number 4. Checker flag on Chris Arnold, the 99W. Chase Butler in the 11 out of turn 4 comes home second. Michael Pappas third. Joey Poolboy fourth, and Johnny Brooks your top.
Jesus. It's been a tough year for Mr. Arnold. Tough enough where my man here, Dan Arnold, I tell you, it's been a long road this year.
It has been for about a year. He's been battling for his life, and we got through it, and just to get a chance to get back out here is pretty cool. And then for him to get a win here with the Sawyers and where we all started, it's great. Emotional, but great.
Awesome, buddy. Can't wait to talk to him. Hey, that'll make me cry. Yeah, that's right. New chassis 1-2 tonight. He's got it. There you go. Yeah. Come around here, because you got me teared up. I know this year it's been a mix. The last year has been a mix of worry, sorrow, and happiness. First of all, you kick cancer's ass, and that won't easy. And I promise you, you had every one of us behind you every day praying for you. And then come November, we're going to have a little you walking around. So that's the happy part. Happy part of beating cancer and then having a little one of your own.
Yeah, I just God is great, man. God gave me a second chance at life, and not everybody gets that opportunity. So the fact that I'm here is awesome. You know, I was just happy to be back behind a race car again, and the fact that I won again is just, it's amazing. You know, I had that major surgery, and I didn't know if I was going to survive it or not, and the fact that I'm here, I'm just so happy, man.
I know you got a bunch of people you want to thank.
Yeah, just started through this whole cancer thing, started my own company, and we started building our own race cars and tilted race cars. We finished first, second. Chase got the championship tonight. Can't thank them enough for entrusting me enough to build them a race car. Brett Hamilton welded up the chassis. That's kind of like a full circle moment for us. It's where we started. Thank James Stevens Shocks, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, KBC Graphics, MW Butler, Go Lithium Batteries, Close Racing Supply, All-Star Performance, Sneaky Horse Pool Bars, my wife, my dad, Brandy, my mom, everybody. And the track, of course, man, every time I come here, everybody welcomes me back with open arms. This is where I cut my teeth, and, you know, I don't come here very often, so when I do come here and I win, it's pretty special.
Well, just so you know, we love you, my man, and we still got you in our prayers. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, and thank all you fans for coming back out here again tonight. I know we haven't had many races this year, but it wouldn't be possible if all you guys didn't show up and support us, so thank y'all.
There's your winner, Budweiser Modifieds, Mr. Chris Arnold. We're going to go talk to Hey, Chris, real quick. Atwell Exterior Services. Let's go over here and talk to the now four-time foe. Well, I tell you what, for you it's been an exciting year as well, my friend. Came in here 5 points up after qualifying, was 6 points up, and clawed your way into second. Man, I tell you what, it's been tough on us all because we haven't been able to race because of the weather, but you've done a great job, and it takes nothing away from a 4th Budweiser Modified Championship.
We're super thankful to be here tonight. First and foremost, Tilted Race Cars is what put us in the championship this year. The car sitting right next to me to finish 1 and 2 tonight with Chris's story is just absolutely amazing, and I'm thankful to have him and his father associated with Tilted Race Cars to be here tonight. Speaking afterwards, I'd like to thank my father, my beautiful wife, my family, to get us here as well. Tonight, you know, Chris definitely had a bad, fast race car. There wasn't a chance to run him down, but I saved what car I had to pull off a second. For that, we're thankful as well. So, all in all, just a great year. We're super thankful that we've had as many races as we've had. The weather permitted us to have 4, so for the 4 that we've had or more, we're thankful for those. 5. We're thankful for those, and we look forward to being back next year.
By the way, folks, it was announced Chase and his wife Kelsey are pregnant, or she's pregnant. He helped, but there'll be a little butler running around here shortly.
Yep. So hopefully next year the plan is to be back out here, and we'll have another one, little one pushing out around in a stroller. She's already got her hands full with the 2 dogs. So she's just as much as a rock star to get me here and helping out than anything.
Here's my dad's helmet, and that's a pretty cool race car in here. My buddy Hayden. He's got a juice box division car. Hayden, my buddy. So as y'all see, he's sponsored by his own daddy.
Fast cars go to the rear. All right, you ready? Watch this guy right here. He's going to drop the green flag. All right. Ready, set, go. And I'm getting out of the way. I have been run over by one of these kids. Oh! Bumper. All right, we're coming up on the last lap. Man, you ought to see the smiles from down here. Come on, let them hear it. There you go. Oh, look at the photo. Oh, look at that. All right. All right, the top. On your marks. Get set. Go. Oh, shit. I'm getting out of the way. Back up, back up. Everybody back up. Back up. Unless you want to get run over. Oh! The Daytona big one. 1 lap on the big truck. They're racing at Daytona this week. We're racing here on the front stretch. This is the Daytona of Juice Box. Oh! And I just decided they're going to make 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Woo! All right. Give all of them a big hand.
Folks, we're here with the great Ray Ashworth. Ray, I've known you for about 15 years from Southside Speedway, another track in Richmond, Virginia. And I was just so sad to hear about Rapid Roy passing away. I drove the pace car at Shenandoah Speedway last year, and he was racing Chris Phillips' car. Looked healthy as all get out, nicest guy in the world, and you knew him a lot better than a lot of people. You raced with him at Southside. Tell me a bit about how you feel about the loss.
I tell you, that just goes to show how short life is. You never know, so live every day good. And Roy was an awesome guy. He treated me like a king from day one when I was in little divisions. He did free work on my exhaust. He always gave me pointers. A seat one time. Raced against Brandon.
Yeah.
And you know, it was just a great time with
Well,
the whole
and
family.
and Roy Hendrick Muffler actually sponsored the Southside Speedway show for 2 whole years. So hats off to him. We're going to miss you, buddy, but you're racing in the big racetrack in the sky.
One other thing, the exhaust on that car right there, he put on there for us for free.
That's amazing,
Still
right
to
there.
this day, right up like you said, and then he's just gone.
Well, God bless him. Prayers to the family, and we're going to miss him, aren't we?
Definitely.
But Southside Speedway will be back, and the show must go on!
We give the field a 1 to go this time by. As our pace truck will make the hard left-hand turn to the infield. We're getting ready to go green for the final time in the Truck and Thunder Sportsman of 2024. Matt Means on the outside of row 1 is just 27 points back behind Brett Atkins in the point standings here tonight. Green flag in the air. It's time to light them up in the Truck and Thunder Sportsman here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Matt Means with a run on the outside. Matt Means to the point as they work their way off of 2. They're going to be side by side for the 3rd spot down the back straightaway into turn 3. Steve Causey there on the bottom. You got the 00 of Hunter Wright on the inside as well. Blake Atkins currently under fire off of Adam Braden. Braden in the 01 machine trying to look to the bottom of Atkins as he goes off into 1. Steve Causey hugging the inside now off of turn 2. Tyler Shipp will clear Causey as he will move into the 4th spot. Adam Braden in the 01 in the 3rd spot, currently sitting in 3rd. Slides up the racetrack. That's going to open it up for Steve Causey to go to the bottom, and they're going to be side by side for 3rd as they go off into turn 1, and caution flag waves. We have 1 car around at the bottom of turn number 4 to bring us under our first caution of the evening. That would be the 01 of Tommy Upshaw was around at the bottom of turn number 4 to put us under the caution flag here this evening. Matt Meads out front, Blake Atkins 2nd, Steve Causey 3rd, Adam Braden 4th is your top 4 with Tyler Shipp in 5th. Coming out of turn number 4, green flag in the air. We're back underway here in the Truck and Thunder Sportsman of Virginia Motor Speedway, and everybody comes through the front straightaway and off into turn number 1. Matt Meads leading the way as they work their way through turn 1 and 2. Blake Atkins slides out the racetrack, and that's going to open up now for Steve Causey to slide underneath down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The battle is for 2nd. Atkins in the 1, Causey in the 9 on the bottom. Coming out of turn number 4. It'll be Blake Atkins completing the pass on Causey as they work their way off into turn number 1. Adam Braden in the 0-1 sitting back behind watching the battle unfold as Blake Atkins will be clear now of 2 car lengths over Causey down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Matt Meads in the number 23 machine is your leader coming out of 4, and caution flag waves for, we got the 00 around at the bottom of turn number 2 to put us under the caution flag. Green flag in the air. We're back to racing in the Truck and Thunder Sportsman. Everybody rolls through turn number 1. Brett Atkins not wasting any time, going to the outside. Brett Atkins right to the top. He's side by side with Tyler Shipp at the 25 and gets pinched by the 01 of Breeden as they work their way into turn number 3 and 4. That is a battle shaping up for the 4th spot. Causey on the bottom and Blake Atkins as they work their way off into turn number 1. Blake Atkins on the outside, Steve Causey on the bottom. They're going to be still side by side off of turn number 2. Causey out in front by about a nose. Blake Atkins with a big run now on the top of turn 3 and 4. Roll through turn number 4. Steve Causey will get the pass and will move to second now as they work their way into 1. Steve Causey to second, but Blake Atkins isn't done yet. Atkins sits back in the 3rd spot, trying to see if he can get another run on Causey, but Brett Atkins trying to get by the 01 of Adam Breeden coming through turn number 4. That is your points leader in the 16 of Brett Atkins. As he works his way through turn 1 and 2 on the top cushion, trying to close in on the 01 of Breeden. Here he comes to the inside now. That is a battle for 4th. Atkins to the bottom, Breeden on the outside. They're wheel to wheel through turn 4. It's going to be Adam Breeden is going to continue to maintain that spot as they work their way off into turn 1. Adam Breeden working the bottom. Brett Atkins still trying to find something on the outside. Tyler Shipp right behind them, working the inside line. As there's your leader, Matt Meads, coming through turn 1 and 2. Currently under fire from Steve Causey. That is for the lead as they work their way down the back straightaway into turn 3. Tyler Shipp working to the inside, looking at the bottom of Brett Atkins for the 4th spot as they come through turn number 4. Brett Atkins working the inside as they come across our start-finish line, and we got caution on the speedway. Caution flag waves. Before we got 2 around at the top of turn number 3 and 4. 39 of Colt Johnston on pit road. Green flag back in the air. We're back to racing in the Truck and Thunder Sportsman. Matt Meads showing the way through turn 1 and 2. Matt Meads working the top cushion. Blake Atkins on the top cushion as well as they go through turn number 2. Adam Breeden on the bottom there, side by side down the back straightaway into turn 3. Brett Atkins is behind the 01 of Breeden as they work their way through 3 and 4. Brett Atkins is there wheel to wheel with Adam Breeden as they come across the start-finish line as they go off into turn number 1. Blake Atkins, meanwhile, having to deal with Tyler Shipp. That is a battle for the 3rd spot and 5th spot as they work their way through 3 and 4. Steve Causey looking to the bottom of Matt Meads, coming in into 1 down to into turn number 1. Matt Meads working the top side now off of turn number 2. Steve Causey sitting there riding 2 car lengths behind the 23 of Meads. They're side by side for the lead off of 4. Meads with a big run out of turn number 4. Matt Meads will be credited with leading that lap as they go off into 1. Steve Causey fighting back to the bottom on the inside. Matt Meads working the top. And caution flag waves. We got 1 around in turn 3 and 4. The number 1. As the field comes through turn 4. Green flag back in the air. We're back underway with Matt Meads leading us off into turn number 1. Brett Atkins in the 16, under fire from Tyler Shipp for the 25. Adam Breeden on the top side. Got a little sideways off of 2. He's trying to get that outside line going to work his way past the 9 of Causey. On the outside is Breeden. Causey is staying on the bottom. Brett Atkins on the bottom. Atkins will slide his way underneath of Adam Breeden for his Brett Atkins goes to 3rd, but Adam Breeden isn't done with Atkins yet as Adam Breeden on the outside. Brett Atkins on the bottom there, side by side, off of 2. Down the backstretch they go into 3. It's going to be Brett Atkins maintaining 3rd. As there's the battle for the lead, Causey on the bottom of Matt Meads as they work their way off into turn number 1. Matt Meads, number 23. Steve Causey in the number 9, side by side through 1 and 2. Now down the back straightaway. Meads just slightly ahead of Causey. Causey to the bottom now as they work their way through turn number 4. It's going to be Steve Causey will be your new leader as they work their way off into turn number 1. Brett Atkins working the outside, going just a little bit higher than what Matt Meads was going to see if Atkins can find any room up top for some speed. Oh, we got trouble! The leaders have spun in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Caution flag waves as Matt Meads and Steve Causey are around as they were battling for the lead. 23 of Matt Meads has pulled down pit road to the attention of his crew. As Matt Meads in the 23 is on pit road. Here we go, green flag. We're back to racing. Oh, we got one sideways in the back. And it looked like the 01 didn't fully go on that restart and backed up quite a few cars on the top side. As Lucas Sandy up to the top, sideways off of 2. But everybody gathers it back up, and Matt Meads has to work his way back to the front now after being involved, after spinning out in our last caution. But the man out front is the 16 of Brett Atkins, showing the way down the backstretch into turn 3 with Adam Breeden in 2nd and Tyler Shipp is 3rd. Working their way through turn 4. Oh, around goes the 39 of Cole Johnston. Oh, and Matt Meads just barely inched his way by the spinning number 39 of Cole Johnston. Caution flag waves. Brett Atkins out front as we get ready to go back green. Green flag waves, we're back to racing at Virginia Motor Speedway. Adam Breeden in the 01 machine right there in the 2nd spot. Tyler Shipp is back there in 3rd. He's got Steve Causey behind him in 4th. The top 4 starting to pull away just a little bit now from the field. Matt Meads has worked his way back up to 5th. Steve Causey giving a little nose, giving a nose underneath the 25 of Tyler Shipp coming through turn 3 and 4. And Shipp able to hang on to it. That's Steve Causey going to try to work back to the bottom again of Tyler Shipp now as they go through turn 1 and 2. This time it's Tyler Shipp with the run down the back straightaway into turn number 3. As everybody's chasing that number 16 of Brett Atkins. But there's the battle for 2nd of the 25 of Tyler Shipp and the 01 of Adam Breeden. Battling it out for the 2nd spot, Tyler Shipp hugging the bottom. Adam Breeden on the outside. Here comes Steve Causey going to the inside as well. As they work their way off into turn 3 and 4, Adam Breeden with a run through 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Oh, and around goes the 01 of Adam Breeden. Adam Breeden, your points leader. The 16 of Atkins. Green flag in the air. Brett Atkins back on the throttle as they go off into turn 1. Tyler Shipp in the 2nd spot. Adam Braden working on the inside of Cole Johnson in the number 39 machine. That is a battle for position going through turn 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Matt Meads not wasting any time. Oh, they made contact! Matt Meads and Steve Causey made quite a bit of contact there coming off of 4. Matt Meads out front, but Steve Causey's not done with him yet as they go down the back straightaway into turn 3. Causey hugging the inside. Oh, and around goes Matt Meads. Spins it around, loops it around, but keeps it going as he keeps it in the gas and will pull down pit road. As the 23 of Matt Meads lost it in the middle in 3 and 4. Green flag waves. Everybody back on the gas as they come across the start-finish line into turn number 1. We're side by side in the back for 4th as Tyler Shipp at the 25 in the 2nd spot. Causey is in 3rd. As they roll through 4, and we got, one around and taps the inside wall and turn number 4. Caution flag waves as the number 7 of Lucas Sandy went around and the bottom of turn number 4 and tapped the inside wall. Back to the green we go. Brad Adkins quick to the gas. Steve Causey is under fire off of Adam Brayton as they work their way into turn number 1. Steve Causey a little sideways, just a slight bit off of 2. Hangs on to it, and that's going to allow Tyler Shipp to pull away by about 4 car lengths as they work their way off into turn number 3. Meanwhile, Brett Adkins is showing the way. We get 2 laps to go for the 16 of Brett Adkins. But the 25 of Tyler Shipp is going to drive it all the way into the bottom of turn number 2. Tyler Shipp to the bottom. They're side by side down the backstretch into 3. Atkins with a big run in 3 and 4. Tyler Shipp is there. They're side by side. It's going to be Tyler Shipp with the lead. White flag in the air one more time around as Brett Atkins slams to the bottom of the inside. Coming out of turn 2. Tyler Shipp out front, and we got 2 around. Caution is out on the speedway. Tyler Shipp and the number 25 will find his way to victory lane for the first time this year. Your winner, the 25 of Tyler Shipp.
Night, if you need to have your car repaired from an accident or from maybe hitting an animal or something. Brett wants you to, he wants to hear something. Let him hear it. And there goes, takes the steering wheel off, does these some donuts. What is it? Big hand, Tyler Shipp. Let's get over here. It's sweating, young man.
Yes, sir. This was a long one, man. But this is amazing. I'm sorry to getting into Brett there going into 3. I was trying all my best to driving clean like I normally do, but you know it's racing. So.
Well, when you're going for the win on pretty much the last lap is lap 24, you made that pass. It's been a while since you've been back here in Victory Lane, but you're here now.
Yes, sir. This feels, words can't describe it. We have worked hard We had a master cylinder in the clutch go out last week. Would have ended our night. Luckily, Mother Nature helped us out there. But God, this is cool, man. This man right here, has given me everything, and I can't thank everybody else enough. I'd like to thank David Liscombe Engineering, as always. My mom and dad, of course, and all the guys back at the shop.
Here's your winner, Tyler Ship! Here's your Truckin' Thunder Sportsman Champion! I tell you what, it's been. I know it's been a short season because of the weather, but it's a pretty good one for you this year. You pick up yet another championship. You got to race with your son. Your dad's here. I mean, this is as good as it gets.
Yeah, it's been real awesome watching Blake grow. Of course, we wish we could have raced more, but we can't beat Mother Nature. I don't know if everybody goes home and prays for no rain in 2025. That'd be great. But I hate to give that race away like I did, but we've had good success this year, and I've been blessed and lucky all year to the few races we've had. We've been pretty dominant. So congrats to Tyler Ship. I want to thank all my family and friends and the racetrack and all you fans for coming out. My sponsors, Briquette Power Solutions, Debbie Atkins, Mary Kay, Napa of Gloucester, the closing shop in Gloucester, West Point and Newport News, they're everywhere. Allstate, Blake Stevens, Dewswick and Sobrick, attorney at law. I think that's all of them.
What's it feel like? What is it? I think total you got 5 championships?
Yeah, this makes 5. Yeah.
So what is this in Truckin' Thunder? 3?
This is the 4th.
4. This is 4th. 4 championships. That means we have 2 divisions with 4 championships under the belt here tonight. So that's pretty cool.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to next year with my son moving. He's moving along pretty good for being 15, and this is the first time he's really ever drove anything with power other than go-karts. So next year's going to be I think pretty bright for him.
Awesome. We can't wait. There's your 2024 Truckin' Thunder Sportsman Champion.
Now, we had some very sad news this week. I remember seeing Scott Blomqvist win here in, I believe, 2017. Incredible driver, died in some crazy airplane wreck. Tell me about what kind of a man was he?
Scott Blomqvist has won here many times. One of the original drivers that ran in the Dirty Dozen of the World of Outlaws when it was rebranded from 1989 to 2004 to where its inception is today. Obviously, Scott Blomqvist ran with the Ultimate Series. He ran all sorts of races. He was a modified guy. He ran modifieds and supers.
He raced with Chris Arnold.
He did, for sure. And obviously, I think the first time that I met Scott Blomqvist, I was an announcer at Clary's Speedway or in the pits at Clary's, and they had a 20,000 to win late model race. That's the first time I ever met him, and I remember the conversation we had, and it was just talking about all the work he done, and at the end of the day, he wanted to be remembered for what he did in his legacy, and that was to help people, to build drivers, to build talent, to build great race cars. He literally tested the promoters and the sanctioning bodies in the tech department to try to find that gray area, to try to do things what he could do within the rule book. And of course, in doing so, he built great drivers and race cars and people's careers that it is today with Team Zero.
Very, very sad news. We're down here with Davis Lipscomb, driver of the number 71 car, and I love this job because I don't have to remember anything. His name's right there, the number's right there. Davis, you're second in points, bro. Last race of the season, late model time, guys. What do you think your chances of pulling down the track championship?
Well, I think we were looking pretty good until last weekend. They counted the qualifying points, and we missed it on qualifying, so we're only 2 points down. Now we're 7 points down. I think it would probably end up having to be that Corey would have to have a bad night. He'd have to break or wreck out or something for us to gain that gap.
Don't say that. Don't ever give up hope, guys. We are going to see this man hopefully win the race tonight and win the championship. But even if you win the race, you might not win the championship, right?
Correct. I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to win races. Championships fall where they fall. So that's always been my mindset on this stuff.
Well, look, we've seen this car develop over the years. Tell me a little bit about your car, because it has a very special story, folks.
Yeah, so this is an old car. It's a 2006 Rocket that I just had an idea of cutting it up and trying to make it run with some of these newer cars, and I just started cutting it up in my garage, cutting the frame, changing spindles and control arms and moving frame rails, and just neat to take a 22, 23-year-old car and bolt about $2,000 worth of shocks on it and springs and race with these cars that are probably $60,000 that I'm running against.
Yowza! You gotta love the story of the little man, the little engine that could, baby. All right, stay tuned for the upcoming late model race at Bill Sawyer's Virginia Motor Speedway.
And the number 71 of Davis Lipscomb out of Mechanicsville, Virginia. Row 3, the 37, Bud Stinson out of Gladstone, Virginia. And Jarrett Edwards and the 43 machine out of Mechanicsville, Maryland. Coming to the green flag this time. Green flag in the air. It's time to light them up in the victory lap. Pro late models at Virginia Motor Speedway. Corey Allman in the 7, not wasting any time, going to second, and now attacking the leader. Down the back straightaway, not wasting any time, and we got one around. The number 38 of Nicholas Love is around in turn 2. Curtis Hughes in the 7, Billy Hubbard. There is Corey Allman in the black 7A, your points leader. The 71 of Buck Roadcap coming down pit road to the attention of his crew, the 71 machine. Right now, Curtis Hughes is shown as the leader. Billy Hubbard is in second. Corey Allman third. Lipscomb fourth. And currently working under caution tonight here in the Pro Lake models. As we're going to go back green here this time by. Green flag in the air. We're back underway in the Pro Late Models. Billy Hubbard not wasting any time, jumping out to the lead as they work their way through turn number 2. Curtis Hughes right there on the bottom, down the back straightaway. Corey Allman is there watching the battle unfold in front of him. With Bud Stinson in the 37 back and forth. Lipscomb is 5th. Lipscomb got a little bit more sideways than he wanted. Doug Penny there working to the inside of Lipscomb now as they work their way off into 1. Doug Penny working the inside. And then number 4 machine. The 71. The 08 machine of Joey Love working to the inside of Bud Stinson. Meanwhile, Corey Allman jumps up to 2nd after passing the 7 of Curtis Hughes and now has his sights set on Billy Hubbard, who is your leader as they work their way off of 2. Off of turn 2, now down the back straightaway into turn number 4. Billy Hubbard, the 38B out front. He's got Corey Allman following his footsteps every single second as they go down the back straightaway into 3. Bud Stinson looking to the bottom of Curtis Hughes as they work their way off into turn 4. Curtis Hughes at the top, Bud Stinson on the bottom. Coming through the start-finish line, the 37 of Stinson trying to get by the 7 machine of Hughes. Joey Love in the 38 muscling his way on the outside past the 71 of Lipscomb. Off of 2 down the back straightaway into turn 3. As meanwhile the field is chasing Billy Hubbard out front by about 4 car lengths, separating him and Corey Allman, who, by the way, is the man running in 2nd. Corey Allman is your points leader tonight. Oh, and we got one around at the top of 1 and 2. The 27 of Wesley Crump is around at the top of turn number 1 and 2. Green flag waves, and we're back to racing in the Victory Lap Pro Late Models. Lipscomb in the 71 on the inside, looking at the bottom of the 08 of Joey Love. That is a battle for the 5th spot. Coming into turn 3 and 4, Lipscomb trying to get down to the bottom of Love, but Love is keeping the momentum on that top just a few more inches up higher than Lipscomb as they work their way through turn 1 and 2. Now here comes Lipscomb with the big run off of 2 down the backstretch side by side as they work their way through turn number 3. Lipscomb muscling his way on the bottom, and he will get the pass done and will move to 4th. Meanwhile, the leader, Billy Hubbard, can feel the pressure on him because he has the 7A of Corey Allman right there in 2nd. Inching ever so closer to the 38B of Billy Hubbard. There goes Lipscomb trying to work his way past Bud Stinson as they work their way through turn 1 and 2. They're going to be side by side down the backstretch for the 4th spot. There's your leader, Billy Hubbard, coming across the start-finish line out front. Keeping Corey Allman behind him, but is in close proximity of Hubbard. As they work their way through turn 4. Allman is inching ever so closer to the back end of the 38 of Hubbard. Coming out of turn number 2. Corey Allman trying to muscle his way up to the 38 of Hubbard now as he's right there on the back end of Hubbard as they work their way off into 1. Billy Hubbard showing the way, slips up just a little bit. That's going to be open enough for Corey Allman to stick his nose in the bottom as they work their way through 3 and 4. Corey Allman is there, letting Billy Hubbard know he's there at his door as he works his way off the front stretch into turn number 1. Corey Allman on the bottom. Billy Hubbard doing a fantastic job of keeping him at bay as the field works their way through 4. There is your leader, Billy Hubbard under fire from Corey Allman. Meanwhile, Davis Lipscomb working on the inside of the 37 of Bud Stinson. That is for the 4th spot as they work their way through turn 1 and 2. Lipscomb on the inside, Bud Stinson up top. Lipscomb will move past the 37 of Stinson, down the back straightaway into turn 3. As Lipscomb has completed the pass, Bud Stinson trying to get back to the 71 of Lipscomb. Curtis Hughes in the number 7, sitting in the 3rd spot. Lipscomb is in 4th. Billy Hubbard in the 38B, showing the lead. Corey Allman is out front, or sitting in 2nd place. My bad, Corey Allman is in 2nd, leading the points. And caution flag waves. We got one car around the bottom of turn 4. Green flag back in the air. We're back to racing in the Pro Late Models. As Lipscomb puts his sights on the 7 of Curtis Hughes, coming through turn 2, down the back straightaway, into 3. Everybody is chasing the 38B of Hubbard as Lipscomb to the inside as Joey Love goes to the bottom of Stinson as they work their way through turn number 1. But Stinson on the outside, Joey Love makes the pass. Love gets up the racetrack. That's going to open it up now for the 43 of William Baker. As the leader, there is Curtis Hughes in the 7, Lipscomb in the 71, and there is the battle for the lead. Corey Allman and Billy Hubbard battling it for the lead down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Corey Allman trying to reel in Hubbard, coming across our start-finish line and into turn number 1. Billy Hubbard pinching Allman to the bottom now through 2. Corey Allman up worth about 3 car lengths separate Hubbard and Allman, coming through turn 4. It's Billy Hubbard out front. The 7 of Curtis Hughes has the 71 of Lipscomb behind him. But the front 2 have officially pulled away from 3rd. They have opened up the gap now on the 7 of Hughes. Bud Stinson to the inside of Joey Love in the 08. Stinson looking to the inside, Love up to the outside. Side by side, a slight little bit of contact. And around goes Bud Stinson. Corey Allman trying to make 2 wins so far this year. Separated by just 7 points. Here we go, green flag in the air. We are back to racing. Corey Allman is not wasting any time attacking the leader as they work their way off into turn number 1. Corey Allman to the inside. Billy Hubbard has the momentum on the top side and going through 2. Corey Allman sitting in the 2nd spot. Curtis Hughes is in 3rd. Lipscomb is 4th. Joey Love is 5th as they work their way through turn number 4. The field so far, single file, all the way through. There is the 08 of Joey Love. As the field starts to get a little spaced out. Curtis Hughes in the 7 back there in third, but there is the battle for the lead. There's the 71 of Lipscomb coming across our start-finish line. Lipscomb in the number 71 machine as he works his way through turn number 1 and 2. Lipscomb hugging the inside line of turn 1 now, down the back straightaway. And that white and black's number 71, but now there's the leader of Billy Hubbard showing the way. But he has Corey Allman knocking on the door as they come off of 2. Corey Allman is there. Hubbard is out front, coming through turn number 4. The clock is ticking on Corey Allman as he is trying to get past the 38B of Hubbard. But the 7A of Allman came in tonight, your points leader. 7 points separated him and Lipscomb. Trying to look for that second win this season. Billy Hubbard is defending that lead very nicely off the 7 of Allman as they go through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Corey Allman now on the inside. Allman on the bottom. They're side by side as they work their way off into turn number 1. Side by side, Hubbard on the outside, Allman on the bottom. Allman with the momentum off of 2. Corey Allman to the point. Billy Hubbard back to second. Hubbard is going to throw it in the middle of 3 and 4. Washes up just a little bit. And that's all it took was for Corey Allman to now pull away by several car lengths. And we got one around at the top of turn number 1 to put us under the caution flag. Davis Lipscomb has 2 wins this season. Green flag waves and we're back underway. Corey Allman not wasting any time. Jumping out to a big lead now as they go off into 1. Corey Allman did not waste any time getting to the gas. Bud Stinson up the racetrack. He's going to try to make it on the 43, but lost a couple of spots as we go back to Billy Hubbard in second. Curtis Hughes in the 3rd spot. Coming out of turn 4. 2 laps to go for Corey Allman. Corey Allman came in tonight, your points leader. He was clear by Lipscomb of 7 points tonight. And Corey Allman has 1 win under the belt, and he's got 1 more lap to go here at Virginia Motor Speedway to win number 2. Corey Allman out of turn 2 for the final time down the back straightaway. And to turn 3. Coming out of turn number 4, Corey Allman with the win. Gets win number 2 of the season and wins the Victory Lap Pro Late Model Championship.
Oh, you retained the lead, but on that last restart, man, you just jumped out and just put everybody behind you.
Yeah, Billy was pretty good. I appreciate him running me clean. I was trying not to be aggressive, and had a whole lot more on the line tonight than just this win. So I was trying to just, stay smooth and hope he slipped up, and he finally kept hanging out down there, and I was able to, just telling myself stay straight, and I'd be able to get by him. So it worked out. I was so thankful that caution didn't come out a little bit earlier.
Now, what's it feel? I mean, you were one of the first crate guys that started with us. In fact, you were here when we mixed them with limited late models. You left for a couple of years to do some traveling. You decided to come back this year. What's it feel like to get this championship?
Man, this thing's been a long time coming. I've lost this thing twice now by a point or so. So I really want this one bad, and I'm happy to be here. It means a lot to me.
Thank you, sponsors.
First and foremost, my mom and dad, man, they've put up with a whole lot of wrecked race cars and a whole lot of junk for a long time, and kept putting me back in cars and stuff, and spent a lot of money to get me here, and they've never given up on me. So first and foremost, them. Vaughn Haywood, man, he's helped me a ton, and really stood behind me and believes in me, and that means a lot. I couldn't ask for nobody else better to drive for than him and my dad, so I really appreciate it. My girlfriend, man, she puts up with a lot. I'm gone during the week a whole lot of times, and she chases me up and down the road, so I really appreciate her a ton. Everybody gives me a hand, man. Wesley, Sherwood, Dean, Joey, Jimmy, he's helped me, his kids. This is my pit crew tonight. Like I said, Mr. Pave, All About Doors, Haywood Marine Construction, Ballyhoo's Bars, VP Race Fuel, Race City Performance, All About Wraps, man, I'm sure WP Racing Shocks, Vicky and Tommy Hicks. Tommy Hicks was a real good friend of mine, and he lost somebody real special to him last week, and this one's for him.
Congratulations, my friend. Well deserved, and I know it's going to be a big party tonight.
Yeah, we're going to try.
Here's your winner and your 2024 Victory Lap Late Model Track Pro Late Model Track Champion, Corey Allman. We got one more champion to crown here tonight. We're going to send it back up to Colin to give you the lineup for the Joe Hudson's Collision Center Limited Stock Cars.
Tell us about some of the other people involved in getting you out here, Trent.
Well, we've really picked up a lot of help over the years, and a lot of these sponsors you can see right here. I mean, these guys have been with us all the way back to 2016. Wow. We've got the insurance doctor, Mike Walsh Masonry, Laurel Automotive, and a lot of other people that have come on board and really helped us pick our program up.
Corey Bradley on the outside, Brian Hubbard to the inside. Green flag in the air. It's time to light them up in the Joe Hudson Collision Center Limited Stock Cars at Virginia Motor Speedway. Corey Bradley not wasting any time, going to the outside and taking the lead off of 2. Trent Clemens is going to follow in the path of Bradley. Now as they work their way through turn 3 and 4, oh, looks like Trent Clemens got a little loose. A little bit of contact there by Hubbard on the left rear of Clemens. Got him a little sideways, but Clemens was able to hang on to it. The 07 Christian Shear is now breathing down the back of Brian Hubbard as they work their way off of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Your leader, Corey Bradley, coming out of turn 4. He's got Trent Clemens knocking on the front, on the doorstep as they work their way through turn 2. Christian Shear in the 07 trying to work to the inside of the 23 of Brian Hubbard. That is for the third. That is for third. Working your way off into turn number 1. There's the number 9 machine of Justin Pullen going on the inside of the 25 of Sean Ote. Working the way. As we go back to the lead, Corey Bradley and Trent Clemens are racing hard for the lead now out of 4. Oh, Christian Shear got a little sideways, and we got caution is on the speedway. Caution flag waves. Again, this brings out the first caution for the Joe Hudson Collision Center Limited Stock Car Division. Working on our first Who's Your Driver caution period flag of the night for the limited stocks. Corey Bradley out front, Trent Clemens second, Brian Hubbard is third, Christian Shear fourth, and Jacob Bowie, your top 5. We get the 1 to go this time by, which means when we come back around, we're going to be getting the green flag going back racing when we come back around. And Trent Clemens, Brian Hubbard were separated by just 12 points coming into the championship night. Green flag waves, and we are back to racing in the limited stocks. Brian Hubbard not wasting any time attacking Trent Clemens through turn number 2. That got Brian Hubbard loose. Clemens maintains second and now puts his sights on Corey Bradley going through turn 3 and 4. Corey Bradley out front coming out of 4. It's Corey Bradley, your leader. Can he keep Trent Clemens at bay as he goes through turn number 1? Trent Clemens going to the inside now. Coming off of 2. Trent Clemens sticks his nose at the door of Bradley as they race for the lead into 3. Coming out of turn number 4, it's Trent Clemens on the bottom and Corey Bradley racing hard for the lead as they are still side by side. Trent Clemens as second spot. Coming out of 4. Trent Clemens is right there all over the back end of Corey Bradley for the lead. Going through turn number 2. Now down the back straightaway. Trent Clemens on the inside. Tried to get a run there just a little, but didn't quite have enough momentum. And is now going to try to work on the 41 of Bradley again as they go through 1 and 2. It's Corey Bradley up front, Trent Clemens in second. That is the battle for the lead. As Corey Bradley coming out of turn number 4 is just maybe a half a car length clear over Clemens. As they go through turn number 2. Trent Clemens with the run off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch into 3. Can Trent do anything with the run? Coming out of turn 4. Clemens goes back to the bottom this time, trying the inside on Bradley as they go through turn 1 and 2. They're side by side. Going through turn 2. Clemens on the bottom, Bradley on the outside. They were wheel to wheel for a brief moment as they go into 3. They were wheel to wheel for just a brief second, but it's back to Corey Bradley in charge here tonight. Trent Clemens is in tow in second. It's Corey Bradley out front. Corey Bradley has 1 win already this year under his belt. He came in tonight 3rd in points in championship night, trying to get win number 2. Here we go now, 2 laps to go for Corey Bradley. Five laps to go for Corey Bradley now, coming out of turn number 4. Caution flag waves. We got 1 around at the bottom of turn number 1 and 2. Coming out of turn 4, Corey Bradley not wasting any time trying to escape the crosshairs of Trent Clemens as they work their way off into turn number 1. Trent Clemens there in second spot. Christian Shear in the 07. Under fire from the number 9 of Justin Pullen for the third spot. Gregory Morgan in the 53 is side by side with Sean Ote, as those two are side by side for position for the 5th spot now as they work their way into turn number 1. Here comes Trent Clemens back to the inside, trying it again now through turn 3. Coming out of 4, Clemens is right there on the bottom. Does he have enough time to get by Bradley? Clemens is there, has the run off of 2, but Bradley with more momentum off of 2 will clear the front nose of Clemens now as they work their way into 3. Coming into turn 4, Corey Bradley, your leader, 2 laps to go. 2 more times around for Corey Bradley. Does Trent Clemens have anything left to get by Bradley? Coming into turn 3. Out of turn number 4. White flag for Corey Bradley. 1 more time around for the 41 of Corey Bradley. Corey Bradley has been to victory lane already once this year, as just 2 more turns away from win number 2. Here comes Corey Bradley out of turn number 4. Out of turn 4, the number 41 of Corey Bradley with win number 2 of the year, and your champion, Trent Clemens, in second.
Boy, that was exciting. That really was, to see you and Trent Clemens doing battle, the 2 of your buddies, giving each other enough room, racing each other clean. Boy, I tell you what.
I kept seeing you under me, man.
You kept him from the win, but he took the championship.
Oh yeah, it was awesome racing him. So cool. I kept seeing him swipe up under me, and he's like, "Oh man, come on, a few more laps." And down there after the race, that's the stupidest thing I've ever done in a car. I was just so excited and looped it and hit the wall a little bit. Yeah. Other than wrecking you, yeah. But it was an awesome time. The car was pretty hooked up. It was a good time running with Trent so much.
Thank the folks that help you out on this car.
First off, got to thank Dad. He's the heart and soul. Me and him, he's out there all the time working on it. Me and him, this is our hobby. We enjoy it so much. Got to thank Carrie, Ricky, Jace, Michael, Kim, Steve Carter, Joey Dean, my fiance Brianna, Brinley, Lincoln, who else? Greg's been helping me out. Jack and his buddy, his brother Bob came and helped us out. They've been a tremendous help. I guess now time for the sponsors, actually, right? Dean's, Joey's awesome, man. A1 Tire, Willie's Wellness, Winter Tattoo, Anchor Room, Clark's Towing, Hutchins, yeah, don't forget them. They're awesome people. Trent Clemens, he helped sponsor the car. And Sea Scout, get some good crafts from them. And Laurel Automotive, Greg built a hell of an engine. That thing, and Little Bills, yep. And Fast Cats, damn.
It's nice having a lot of good, great sponsors. By the way, I got to give it to you. He has been trying to get his first ever win, and you made him at least work to get this championship and this win.
Well, I finished, I think, 3 times in second for a championship, so I was going to try to win that one as much as I could. So,
there's your winner, Corey Bradley. Or what? You might not have won the battle, but you won the war. How about that? And you come home the 2024 Joe Hudson's Collision Center limited stock champion. What's that sound like?
I'll be honest, I don't think it's really sank in yet. I knew starting this race that, we had a fast car, and we've been able to set the pole, every time we've come out this year. And, Corey's been fast all year. The 23's been fast all year. We've had a handful of fast guys. Once we got to kind of running, and I felt like I had something for Corey, but every time I try to look underneath of him, the car would start to push. And we've run close and clean for a long time. I didn't want to try to pull a move that could take us both out. So I figured, you know, he was fast, we were fast, kind of tuck in right there and hope for the championship.
This got to feel good, though.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've been trying to get up here and talk to you guys for about 9 years now. And I really didn't think I'd be a champion before we were a winner here, but I'll take it.
Thank your sponsors, man.
Well, first off, we got to thank the insurance doctor, my cousin. He made it out to be here with us tonight, so that was awesome. Laurel Automotive, Greg Ferguson, I can't say his name enough. I mean, he's been the biggest help through all this, and now he's my office manager, so we still work together every day. Davis Lipscomb with Lipscomb Chassis Engineering, T.W. Clemens Carpentry, T.W. Clemens Electrical, Clemens & Company LLC, Firehouse Tables and Clocks, Phoenix Craftsman, Glen Allen Home Improvements, CMF Fabrication, Mike Walsh Masonry, Hutchins Mechanical, C&E Mechanical. I think that's everyone we got on the car, and we got a handful of guys too. Kristen Scher, the Bradleys, Corey and his dad live right down the road from me, and we're always bouncing ideas off each other. So it takes a team, and we've got a good one.
Well, congratulations on the championship.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Dave.
All right, somebody get over here and hold the banner up. Oh.
I don't know how I forgot this, but somebody that beat my butt out here for years and taught me a lot, James Givens. You know, that before qualifying tonight, we had a feather laying in front of the car, and something clicked in my head. I said, this is a message from James, and he was definitely with us tonight. And Sandra, you know, she's helped us out a ton. So the Givens are very special people to us. Like I said, this is my first time up here, so I'd also like to thank my wife for everything that she's done for me over the past 9 seasons. Anybody that does this knows the time and effort that it takes. So to have a strong marriage and do this is also a special thing. And also my dad, that's T.W. Clemens. That's T.W. Clemens #1. I'm T.W. Clemens #2. He keeps us straight. Every time we're out here, you see him torquing the wheels down, because one year out here we led 20 out of 25 laps and lost a wheel. So he's taking responsibility to make sure that doesn't happen again. And like I say, it's a team effort, and we've got a good one.
Congratulations.